Hi guys, it's Jess from Makeup by Jessie G, and today I'm going to share with you my February favourites. I keep feeling like it's not actually February, but I know it is. But anyway, today I'm going to be sharing with you my February favourites, and I do have quite a few this month, although it is mostly skincare. There are still a few makeup items though, so I am pretty excited to share those with you. So yeah, let's just get into it. So first off, I'm going to start with skincare items, and I'm going to start with like how I start my cleansing routine, and then go into, you know, the further products that I have discovered this month that go in later down the track of my skincare. So to start off with, this is the Badescu Glycolic cleanser. So this is a foaming cleanser, so you wet your skin and then you apply this onto your skin and it kind of like foams up. So this is really good for oily skin. I would definitely not recommend this for you if you have like even combination skin. I would only use it in the areas that you get oily. I would not use this on any dry areas of skin. So it is very potent, I guess. I only use this once every 2 days, otherwise parts of my skin, like especially the areas around the side here which aren't particularly oily, they can actually dry out. So I only use this once every couple of days, and I find it really does make a difference in helping control the oils throughout the day. My skin doesn't get quite as oily, and definitely like once I have cleansed, my skin actually feels like cleansed properly, which is really nice. So I definitely have been enjoying this. Next up, in terms of cleansers, I always double cleanse. So I use a cleanser like the Badescu one, and then I go in with a micellar water and take everything off. So normally I use the Bioderma one, but I kind of have a little bit, like I go through that stuff so quickly, so it's really hard for me. Every time I have to go and buy a new one, I kind of feel really upset because it's like $40 something to get the bigger 500ml size. So it's kind of really upsetting for me to go and buy a big bottle. So this I can't even pronounce, but this is from Chemist Warehouse. I will leave the name in the description box below for you guys, but this is a type of micellar water from Chemist Warehouse, and it was like under $5, I think. Like it was $4 something. It was so cheap, and you do get 500ml in this, so it is the same size as the Bioderma one. I do find that this one leaves a little bit of a film on my face, but I don't necessarily find that a really bad thing, because I always do put some kind of mask or something on my face that I do wash off afterwards, so I don't find it the worst thing in the world. But if I'm not going to be doing that, I would probably still recommend using Bioderma, but at least this way it helps me use less Bioderma. I also find that this is really good for taking off makeup, like eye makeup. It's just so good for taking off eye makeup. Better for me than Bioderma, so I would always use this to take off my eye makeup anyway. So this was recommended to me by one of my friends, and she did a really good job on this one, so thank you for that. And yeah, I really like this one. So next up, I'm going to go into something that I've just started doing this month, and that is chemical peels. So I use this chemical peel here, which is the Dr. Denis Gross Alpha Beta Skin Peel in the original formula. So it is a 2-step process. So this step is step 1, which says surface refiner. So this one kind of like exfoliates the skin and gets like everything off, like all the little dead skin cells and everything. It'll really help get off. And then this one here is deeper treatment. So it is really nice. So this step 2 is meant to firm and lift. I can't say that I've noticed that much of like not that much of a lift in my skin. My skin definitely feels very soft after using this, and it definitely feels super cleansed, and like I've got all the junk out of my skin, and it's really nice. The only problem with this is that it is really pricey. So you get 30 pads in these. They're like a little kind of makeup pad things. You get 30 of them in here and per thing, but you're meant to use both each time you do it. And this is meant to be a daily treatment. I only use this once every 3 days because I just cannot afford to do this once every day, because it costs like $123, I think, from Mecca for this. And I just can't afford to spend $123 a month on just these. So I use it once every 3 days. But if you are interested and you're in Australia, Catch of the Day have them on sale at the moment for I think $70 something. So they're so much cheaper, so I would definitely recommend checking that out if you are interested in using them. Also, you can go to Mecca and get a sample I would say though, maybe ask for 2 samples if they can do that, because the first time I used the sample, my skin, just because it wasn't used to using a chemical peel, it went so red, like so red, so red. So I would definitely recommend trying 2, because the next time I tried it, it didn't go as red, it wasn't so bad, but yeah, I would definitely recommend using these. So now going into masks, I have tried a new product this month from, well, a couple of new, well, I've got 4 products here with masks, but one of them in particular I had never heard before, and I've never heard any other company using, like, having these, so I don't know if it's a normal thing. This is the Origins Maskamizer. So this is basically a pre-mask, kind of like a primer for your masks. It's really, really good. This is $37, and every time I use this, I really notice that the masks that I have, even if I absolutely love them, I thought they were doing a really, really good job, the mask kind of just sort of gets like deeper into my skin and just does more of what it says it will do. So it's definitely, yeah, definitely something that I consider a really great investment, and I would recommend this. But yeah, it's really, really great, and just something I hadn't even heard of before, and it's not too expensive. Like, Origins is more of a high-end brand, but kind of like a more reasonably priced high-end brand. They're not super expensive, so yeah, I definitely recommend this one. I have been absolutely loving this. Like, I use it every single day. I don't know, it doesn't say use, you know, you can't, so I'm assuming it's okay. So this is the Origins 10 minute out of trouble mask. This one is, again, $37. You get a huge tube for how much you actually need. I do use this kind of like on my chin, nose and T-zone, and sometimes I get a little bit of acne just on this side of my chin, which is weird. But anyway, I will put it on those areas. Also, you can spot treatment this if you've got just like one pimple. If you've just got one pimple or something, you can put this on top of that and it will definitely help. It smells like exactly like Vapor Rub, like so much like Vapor Rub, but I actually really like that smell. But if you don't like that smell, it smells so strong, so that may not be great, but I actually really like this smell, and I think this works so well. I have had no other product work as well to get rid of my pimples and things like that. And yeah, I use it every day. I leave it on my skin for about 10 to 15 minutes and just wash it off with a face cloth, and I think it is fantastic, and it's so easy, and it's just amazing, and I love it, and I would highly recommend this over pretty much all the other skincare products that I've mentioned. I think this would be the one that I would purchase if I was to, you know, if I could only repurchase one of them, this would be it. So next up, I have got 2 Glam Glow masks. So they're, you know, everyone's going to know them, but I just thought I'd mention them because they have been working out for me. So I've got the Glam Glow Supermud, which is like their kind of like a charcoal-y mask for, you know, more oilier skin. And then I've got their Glam Glow Gravitymud mask, which is the silver one, which you put on your face. And yeah, it turns silver and you peel it off. And I've been loving both of these. I've been using a mask every single night for, you know, a different type of thing. So quite often I will reach for this Glam Glow Supermud mask, or I also have an Origins clay mask, which I use quite regularly as well. But then sometimes I feel like, you know, I've mud masked my face too much and I don't want to dry it out anymore, but it does still need a little bit of extra TLC. So then I'll go in with the Glam Glow Gravitymud mask just to, you know, firm all my skin up, and my skin always feels like really soft and supple afterwards, and just really, really nice and kind of like, you know, rejuvenated, I guess. I do have some other favorites for you here in terms of makeup, and I'm really, really excited to share these with you because pretty much all of these I have used every single day this month. I haven't been able to put them down. I've been loving them. So amazing. So I'm really excited to share these with you. What should I start with? So the first product this month, which I have literally not put down, I've used it pretty much every single day but today. I have a Becca blush on today, but this is the Too Faced Sweet Peach blush, and it's just absolutely stunning. You can see here I've like already, I don't know if you can see that, but I have already kind of like made a dent, and you can't even read it. It used to say Papa Don't Peach. Now you can kind of only see the peach, not the Papa Don't. So yeah, I've already made a decent dent in that, which is something I never ever do with blushes. So it's really nice. It does have that same like peach smell as the palette does, very strong peach smell. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this either. But I absolutely love this blush because it gives a really like a sheen, like it's super glowy and sheeny. I don't know how to explain it, and it's really buildable and just soft, so you can really build it up nicely, but it's also like a really nice everyday blush. You can just put a little bit on and it's kind of hard to go overboard with it, and it's just really nice. On to the next makeup product. This is a cult favorite among so many different people, and I have heard so many good things about it. And I don't really wear bronzers that often because I find like it's so easy for me to put too much on because my skin is so pale. I have to have the lightest of hand with them, and that is still the same for this product. Like I could go overboard, but it's nowhere near as hard because it is such a pale bronzer. But this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, so yeah, everybody loves this bronzer, and I heard so many people say it was so good for pale skin, so I was super excited to try it. I definitely think it is really great for pale skin. Again, it is a glowy product, it's not matte or anything like that, so it is going to give a glow to the skin. The only thing I don't like about this is that the scent, it kind of smells like a chemical coconut oil. Yeah, that's the only way I can describe it, like a chemical kind of smelling coconut oil. And yeah, I just don't like the smell of it. And the packaging as well, I think isn't the nicest. I don't know, I don't like this packaging. But yeah, it's a nice product. I'm going to go on to eyes. So this month I got the Colourpop eyeshadows, and so far I have every single one except the original 4 quad that came out. I forget who it was in collaboration with, but I just didn't really like those colours. They're not what I would normally wear, so I didn't really go for them. But this is the one I tend to gravitate towards. So this has got all the original pressed eyeshadows that came out, as well as the extra shade Millie, which is this one here, which they brought out when they hit 1 million, I think it was, what was it, 1 million something? So these top shades and then these second row, these 3 here, were part of their Valentine's Day collection, and the next ones here were their newest launch that they've got. So I've got all of them, and I really love these. They definitely do kick up a lot of powder, which is a negative to them, but they are very pigmented and very blendable, so it is really nice. And I don't necessarily have a problem with fallout. All I can suggest is just like tapping your brush off before you go ahead and put them on your eye, because otherwise you might experience fallout, but I definitely don't have an issue with it. So yeah, and I really love that you can create your own palette. You definitely don't need to get all the shades. That I kind of went a little bit overboard. I just got too excited. But you definitely don't need to get all the shades, but I think my favorite few are this shade, which is High Strung. This is probably one of my favorite, I think. There's so many others I love. I could be here all day, but I'm just going to tell you that one. I think that's probably my favorite, and I also really love Millie. So I hope they bring that one back, because that is really good quality, and I think it's so lovely. But yeah, I love all these, and I would definitely recommend picking them up if you can, because they are so inexpensive. So the next product that I have is, again, a recommendation from the same friend, so thank you for that. But this is the Essence Make Me Brow. So I have been looking for new products to try on, and I really wanted a brow gel. So I really like the wand on this one, because I had previously tried the Maybelline one, and I don't know if you guys, I don't have it anymore, but I don't know if you guys know that one. It's like a little ball on the end of a stick, and it's like every time you brush it through your brows, it just gets everywhere and it gets messy, and I don't like it. And this is like $5. It's so cheap, it's so effective, it's a really great product. The only thing is they only make it in this one shade, which, I mean, it matches me, and I feel like it would match a lot of people, but it's not going to match everyone. So I definitely think that's a major downside of this product, and I think they definitely need to come out with more shades. But if you do match this colour, I think it is well worth it, because it's so inexpensive, it's so great, it's such a great product, and yeah, I really like it. So thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I shared some good products with you, especially skincare. I really hope I shared some good products there, because that has been something I've been trying to get more into and discover some new products, and I definitely think I've hit a place now where I'm happy with my skincare. routine. So if you guys would like to see my skincare routine, just give this video a thumbs up and I will go ahead and make that video for you, and just, yeah, let me know if that is something that you'd like to see. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm so happy that you're here with me, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye!